What is going on, Smoky Mountain Wrestling Universe? It is I, your Redeemer, TC Adams, coming at you live for another exciting episode of Sunday Night War. I'm trying to get everyone involved here, sending out the YouTube link to everyone as I welcome in my partner in crime for these results shows, my friend, loosely based friend, contractually obligated friend. Give it up for brother Ambrose. Brother Ambrose, doing okay?
I'm still attempting to figure out who I've sinned against to have to be here tonight, but we all must pay our penance.
Contractually obligated. You're getting a little bit of extra. Thank me. Thank me. How was your blessed Sunday, my friend?
It has been a chaotic week, I will say that. But I'm feeling good tonight. I know there's a big match coming. I hope my opponents are ready. I know you have some stuff happening tonight, so I hope you're ready for what you're up against. But otherwise, today was a good day. I don't know about our viewers around the world, but where I'm at in Kansas City, we were snowed in, and so it was peaceful.
I am not sweating the Neanderthals of reckless intent as we get ready for this match. Kwansu, I'm going to say this one time. Stay out of my life. Anyway, he's not going to ruin my mood. You know why? Because my New England Patriots are your future 7-time Super Bowl champions. Drake May, Mike Vrabel, Stephon Diggs. Shout out to the New England Patriots for going to the Super Bowl. Woo!
Now, I could be mistaken, but just a little fun fact, which I believe is accurate. Nobody fact-checked me. But I believe that the last several times we've elected a new pope, the Seahawks have ended up going to the Super Bowl. So will they this year?
Let's check the score while we're at it. I know this is not a sports podcast, but it's good to know. As of right now, Seahawks are winning 31-27. 31-27. But you know what? Just like I may do tonight, the Patriots are going to cash in on the opportunity at the Super Bowl and become world heavyweight champions. You like that? Like a little segue. Well, Brother Ambrose, we have an exciting show to go over tonight.
Yes, we do.
As well as we have an interview with the World Tag Team Champions tonight. Bubba Killings and Alan Cutter. Cutter will be on the show tonight.
Looking forward to it.
I'm not. But let's get on with the show. We have God dang it, Kwansu, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Can't understand your gibberish nonsense that's in that writing. What is that? This is America, all right? Right American. Right American, okay? Anyway, we got the show started off hot this week. We have Robert, formerly in the Redeemed, taking on my gunner, my man, the hardcore champion of Smoky Mountain Wrestling, Gully Guns. Are you excited for this match? Because I am.
It will be an interesting match. I think so for two reasons. One, Robert will get a taste of his own medicine of what it is like. He used to be a part of the Redeemed. Now he's having to face the Redeemed. He knows what sort of shenanigans y'all get up to. And Gully is confusing to me because how do you become a champion without winning?
Have friends in high places. So
seems a little cowardice to me. Seems like he'd be following I'll just say it. I think you're a little bit of a false prophet here. I think you're misguiding them. So, Gully, I don't think this is a valid championship that you're holding.
Okay, valid or not valid, the bell rings and the two circle each other. Gully is chirping, trying to get under Robert's skin, but Robert remains stoic. They lock up in a collar and elbow tie out. Robert's raw strength pushes Gully back into the corner, but the ref forces a break. Gully gives a cheap pat on Robert's cheek on the break. A clear sign of disrespect. That's my gunner. Gully takes over with superior ring generalship. He catches Robert in the side headlock, grinding his knuckles into his temple. When Robert shoots him off the ropes, Gully drops him with a shoulder tackle, but Robert doesn't go down. They collide again. Neither man budges at this time. And then finally, Gully goes for the eyes. A subtle rake. The ref misses and follows up with a snap DDT that strikes Robert into the canvas. With Robert dazed, Gully begins a systematic beatdown. He isn't just hitting moves, he's trying to humiliate Robert. He sets Robert up in the corner and delivers a series of Kobe-style boots to the face. Gully slows the pace down with a grounded chin lock, leaning all of his weight onto Robert's neck. Every time Robert tries to power out, Gully transitions into a sleeper or a front face lock. At one point, Gully rolls to the outside, but pulls Robert's leg around the ring post and applies a figure four around the post, ignoring the referee's 5 count to the very last second. And Robert is hobbling because his base has been taken away from him. Oh boy. Gully goes for a mocking slap, but this time Robert catches his hand. The look on Robert's eyes shift. He absorbs the stiff forearm from Gully and doesn't even blink. He lets out a roar that echoes around the arena. Robert catches Gully off guard and with a massive back body drop and sends the champion sky high. Robert, despite the injured leg, starts building up steam. Short-armed clothesline that levels Gully. An exploder suplex to the turnbuckle. Cannonball sent onto the corner, crushing Gully's ribs. The crowd is deafening as Robert climbs the turnbuckle. He lands a heavy diving leg drop, but Gully barely gets his shoulder up at 2.9. Robert is visibly frustrated, looking at the referee in disbelief. Robert drags Gully up for a power bomb. He lifts him. Gully frantically kicks his legs, catching the referee in the side of the head, and the ref shambles back. And in deep confusion, Gully rakes Robert's eyes again. As Robert staggers back, he accidentally collides with the recovering official, sending the ref through the ropes and to the floor. The ring is now lawless. Robert turns back to the center of the ring, but Gully is ready, slipped out to grab the Hardcore Championship. And just as Robert reaches for him, Gully swings the belt upwards with a jagged motion. Crack! The metal piece slides across Robert's eyebrows, and the sound of metal, or the sound is final and fatal as Robert collapses to the one knee, clutching his face as blood begins to pour out, to spray between his fingers, coating his chest to the canvas. The backup referee comes sprinting down to the aisle, sliding into the ring. Gully hides his belt on his back and tosses it to TC Adams at ringside in one fluid motion. Gully looks at the bloodied, broken Robert and smiles. That sinister smile of Gully Guns. He hops up to the apron, measuring the distance, springs up, flips over the top rope with a terrifying grace, and connects with the buckshot lariat. The impact so loud that it sounds like a boom gunshot. Robert's head snaps back and he falls limp. And then the count. 1, 2, 3, your winner, my gunner, Gully Guns. Gully doesn't
Robert, I
even...
told you, you know what you're up against because you used to be a part of this.
He should know, right? He's not smart enough to understand. So Gully doesn't even celebrate, though. He simply wipes some of Robert's blood onto his own chest like a trophy while Dump Truck and TC Adams slide into the ring, hovering over the fallen and beaten, pathetic loser Robert. The message is clear. The redeemed don't just win matches. We leave scars.
And look, Robert, I'm sorry. I'm a doctor, but I'm not that type of doctor. You're going to need somebody to fix up your face there, my friend.
Listen, the electric bill, all right, is on you, Lorenzo. It's on you. Give me more money, and I will make sure the bills are paid.
You know, he does bring up an interesting point, though, because what was it, last week or the week before, whatever arena that you booked, TC, weren't we having electrical issues that night, too?
I don't recall. I don't remember that. I don't remember at all. I think you're making that stuff. That's fake news.
You can't even afford to put me in light. I'm over here by candlelight.
That is fake news, and I'm here in the light. You see that? Because I am the light of Smoky Mountain Wrestling. I am the future uncrowned world heavyweight champion, not just by this, but also, anyone forget? By this as well. Okay? So, uncrowned world champion, the shining light. You stay in your creepy dark shadows of your whatever. All right, Quan. Not even your gunner can name you. Whatever, loser. Okay, I told you to stay out of my life.
I don't know. It kind of seems like you and Quan are having some issues tonight, my friend.
Let's forget about him, even though I can't, because this next match
I was about to say, speaking of Quan Su,
the next match is about that Neanderthal pathetic loser. It's Quan Su making his return to the ring against Michael Falcon.
Now, this is a match I'm interested to see because these are two very different styles of wrestling. These are two very different athletes in the ring. And so I'm curious to see how these two match up against one another.
They certainly do have a clashing of styles. Look at Michael Falcon. Look at that handsome man, a man who would be perfect for the redeemed. And then that other individual. Ugh. Anyway, the bell rings and Michael Falcon explodes out of his corner. He knows he can't trade power with a monster, so he uses his amateur background to outmaneuver the beast. Falcon ducks a massive lariat, slips behind Quan Su, and shows off incredible strength by deadlifting the giant in a perfect German suplex. Falcon holds the bridge for a microsecond, but he releases to stand up to the unthinkable then happens. Before Falcon even fully regains his footing, Quan Su rolls backwards and snaps directly onto his feet. By the time Falcon turns around, Quan Su is standing there, unfazed, staring him down with those unsettling, still eyes. And the crowd,
I'll be honest, those things scare me a little bit.
Yeah, well,
how does he see?
Well, you know what?
It's like he was born and raised in the dark.
He deserves not to see ever again. He doesn't deserve anything in his life, but he gets it anyway because he's special. Anyway, the crowd gasps. Falcon's best technical maneuver didn't even take the wind out of the monster. Come on, Michael. The psychological blow to Falcon's hard, or to hits Falcon hard, and Quan Su seizes the opportunity. He begins to dominate. Terrifying assault reminiscent of the most destructive heavy hitters in the history. Quan Su is laying it in to Michael Falcon. Quan Su catches Falcon's attempt at a leapfrog, drives him into the turnbuckle with brutal snake eyes, following up with a big boot that sends Michael Falcon spiraling. Quan Su slows the pace, causing clubbing blows to the back of the neck, and a sidewalk slam leaves Falcon gasping for air. Poor guy. You have to feel for him, right?
I do.
Falcon tries one last desperation rally, hitting the ropes for momentum, but runs straight into a brick wall, literally. He's just as big as a brick wall. Kwon Soo reaches out effortlessly, snatches Falcon by the throat. With a terrifying power, he hoists Falcon high into the air, reaching the peak of his height, holding him there for just a heartbeat to let the crowd see the height before slamming him down with a thunderous one-armed full moon choke slam, reminiscent of Damian Priest's that move. That one he does. And he chokes him up and sits down. That's what we're doing here. That's his full moon choke slam. Falcon is dead weight, but as he staggers back up, completely out on his feet, Kwon Soo stares at Michael Falcon in disgust as he's trying to get to his feet. So Kwon Soo measures him and decides to run the ropes and nearly cuts Falcon in half with a devastating hunt, his devastating spear. But Kwon Soo doesn't go for that theatrical pin. He simply drops to one knee and places one hand single-handedly on the chest of Michael Falcon and stares down the camera as if he's staring at someone. And the ref counts. The 1, the 2, the 3. The winner of the match, the Korean werewolf, Kwon Soo. Wow. What a match, huh?
That was something. Again, Kwon Soo is not a man to be messed with. I have a bunch of respect for him and what he does, and I have a lot of respect for Michael Falcon too. You know, he's the amateur. He comes in with this, dude. What is going on with your electricity? Pay the friggin' bill.
Hey, mind your business, okay? We have a show to call. Mind your business.
I know, it's interrupting the feed.
All right, well, listen.
Get it checked out next time.
I ain't worried about the light bill. You worry about your light bill. I'll worry about my light bill. Okay? Okay?
Look, I signed the contract. It said this would be professional, that this would be well done. And I don't know what's happening here, man.
Well, this Neanderthal over here is chiming in our comment section. The bird Falcon became prey. It was a choice. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever. No one cares, Quan. No one cares. No one cares. All right? Listen, JC, you got a brother in the redeemed that we're not going to help you. So don't worry about that. You're on your own. Oh, straight from Lorenzo's mouth. You see that? Yeah.
I would be curious to hear more about how he believes Kwon Soo cheated, because we've seen some questionable maneuvers tonight, but it was in the first match, not this one. So I'd be curious to hear more about that from Lorenzo at some point. Also, when is he coming back? Why are we still stuck with you? If Lorenzo's here, why are we stuck with you, TC?
Lorenzo is responding and watching the show from a remote location that I have designed for him. He is fine. Right, Lorenzo? You are fine. Say it with me. You're fine. As we move on, exactly. You saw nothing. Speaking of nothing, we have an exclusive interview with the reigning, defending, undisputed World Tag Team Champions. Let us welcome in right now the paper champions themselves, Killing Cutters. Woo! Yeah, Killing Cutters.
Yeah.
No.
What do y'all boys want to know?
Look at those beautiful tag titles.
Yeah, we got your paper champion there, TC Adams. We'll kick your ass like we did your boys in the Redeem that y'all had to cut loose.
There's a reason why we cut them loose, Bubba. It's because they couldn't cut it in the tag.
called it? Who called it in the last match that we had with them boys?
All right. Listen, boys, we can be professional during this interview, right?
Yeah,
Of course.
Bye.
we can try.
You could try to be professional? Okay. How long do you think that you can be these paper tag team champions? How long do you think you can last?
First off, let's make one thing straight. We're not paper champions. Second off, these titles ain't going nowhere anytime soon.
Alan?
I agree with my partner. They ain't going nowhere.
Well, Brother Ambrose, I think you can agree with me maybe that Bubba seems like he speaks for Alan quite a bit.
It does seem that way. I do wonder between you two, how does this dynamic work? Is there an alpha and a beta, or how do you guys go about your tag team, and how will that cohesion or lack of cohesion impact your reign going forward?
Well, to start off, we're a team. We work together as one.
Mm-hmm.
We don't go against each other.
There is not one better than the other.
There ain't.
It sounds like y'all just trying to stir a pot. Because you're mad because you claim that the Redeemed has all the titles, but you can't get these.
He does make a point there, TC.
I mean, I'm not saying that one is better than the other, but I know when I am the world heavyweight champion, there is one in that group that I want to face more than the other, and I'll let you two decide who that's going to be. But congratulations on being the new world tag team champion.
Well, I need to cut you off for a minute because first off, you're never gonna be the world champion. As far as I see it, the Queen's about to dog walk you.
Mm.
And I promise you, I will make sure personally you don't win that title.
Oh. Is that so? That's so sweet of you. You think about me. That's so sweet of you. So, boys, congratulations on being the tag team champions. Who in the tag team division do you want to face the most?
Honest truth, any and everyone. But if we could be quite honest, I've seen that there's a man that's named Jack Frost that's back here, and his partner was Peter Pan. Seen that he's back. I want mine running against them too.
Peter Pan and Jack Frost?
Exactly.
I can tell you there is a cold day in hell when Peter Pan ever steps foot back in Smoky Mountain Wrestling. But you know which tag team I think would be the best
Never
tag
say
team?
never.
You know who's the best tag team for you guys to face?
Who you think?
I think it is right here. Gun Truck. My boys of the Redeemed, Gully Guns, and Dump Truck. The boys are back together, reunited to claim those tag
He's
teams.
talking about the dumb fuck and Gully Buns.
Oh, Lordy.
Gully, the one that got his ass whooped in the last match against us. Oh, God.
That would be an interesting match, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it would be too. You know why?
Why?
Like then maybe the Redeemed would shut their mouth when we whooped their two top dogs.
Well, it would be number 2 and 3 of the Redeemed to keep you that in mind. So you wouldn't be beating the top dogs of Redeemed.
I'll
But
beat you two. That ain't shit.
listen, all right, we have some questions from the audience. They
Wait.
want to ask you.
I got a quick thing real quick.
I do appreciate you
I'm
putting your
going to
hands.
set something up. Kelly Cutter and our boy, who is he, Craig Harris, versus you, dumb fuck, and Gully Guns. If y'all can beat us, then they can have a shot at the tag titles. Otherwise, get to the back of the line.
I love the enthusiasm. I love the grit. We have things that we're worried about right now, and the tag titles are not quite there yet. Prove yourself, and then we'll come for you.
Oh, we've done proving ourselves on numerous occasions.
Listen, Bubba, Alan, there are questions from the audience. We only have a few short minutes with you.
Hurry up. Get to them.
I need to hurry. Okay, listen. All right, here we go. There's this question. What is your message to the tag team division? What's your number one message to them?
They're on fucking notice.
Eloquently said. I couldn't have said it better myself.
What's the next question?
Oh, next one. This is the last one we got for you, okay? Who's y'all's biggest influence?
Well, are we talking about past or present?
Either one. You decide.
I'll be honest. I'll honestly have to say the Briscoe brothers
I can see it.
and the Dudleys.
Definitely the Dudleys. The Dudley brothers.
Well, boys, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. And those tag titles look wonderful on your shoulders. I can smell the menthol through the screen. You guys are great. For now, enjoy your evening and enjoy the rest of the show.
Will do, and we'll see y'all soon.
All right, come on. Put those hands up.
Never.
Ah, yeah, there it is. Okay. All right, see you guys later.
There's your hand.
Woo!
So I'll say I don't know if that was menthol that was coming through there, but there was definitely a whiff of something.
Things that
homemade, if you get my drift.
Things that I usually use to relax myself that they use on a daily occasion to kill a lot of this that's going on in there. All right. Well, we got a lot more actions to get to at this point in time. So let's get back to it because the best match of the night was Reckless Intense taking on my man, the .com King champion and your reigning, defending, undisputed, uncrowned champion of the world, your green ticket champion, and your holder of the briefcase, the Redeemed. You're ready for this one. I know you are.
Let's get it over with.
The bell rings and the power dynamic is immediate. Dump Truck starts the match, tossing Reggie Walker across the ring with ease. Reggie tries to use his speed, bouncing off the ropes with a crossbody, but he runs right into the massive shoulder block that levels him by Dump Truck. The Redeem utilized quick, frequent tags to put the pressure on. TC enters and immediately begins taunting the crowd, mocking the absence of Quan Su. Oh, Quan. I shoved him away. He grounds Chase with heavy front face lock, grinding his forearm into the bridge of Chase's nose. Every time Chase tries to fight to his feet, Adams delivers a knee to the midsection, sucking the air right out of him.
Poor kid.
Truck and Adams keep Chase Havoc trapped under their corner, cutting the ring in half. They utilize the tag and stomp method, known by the New Day, the Unicorn Stomp, the Redeemed Stomp. The tag and stomp method keeping Chase grounded and preventing him from even looking at his corner. Truck hits a devastating sidewalk slam on Chase and then stands on his chest full weight while staring down Reggie. Reggie tries to intervene, but the ref holds them back, allowing Gully Guns to sneak in a cheap shot. A cheap shot on Chase behind the ref's back. TC slows things down with a grueling chin lock, wearing Chase down as the crowd starts chanting, "Let's go, Chase! Let's go, Chase!" Chase manages to land a few elbows into the ribs and tries a sunset flip, but TC is too heavy. Whoa! TC reaches down, grabs Chase by the throat, and forces him back into the corner for more punishment, delivering thunderous chops that echo through the arena. He shouts, "Is this your hero?" as the fans boo TC. Every time Chase reaches for a desperate tag, TC pulls him back by the hair, or Gully Guns provides a distraction from the floor. pulling Reggie off the apron just as the tag is about to happen. Just as Chase Havoc is about to collapse, he dodges a big splash from Dump Truck. And
That's a big splash.
What?
That's a big splash.
It's a huge splash, and I respect the brother. He finally makes a hot tag, and Reggie Walker comes in like a lightning bolt, hitting a series of flying forearms and a basement drop kick to the knee of the giant Dump Truck. The momentum shifts fully when Kwon Soo, the Korean werewolf, emerges from the crowd. Gully tries to intercept him, but Kwon Soo explodes with a vicious spear, nearly driving Gully Guns through the barricade. Seeing his man down, Dump Truck abandons the match, hopping off the apron to go to war with Kwon Soo. The big giants collide. They have a long and historic history with one another, if you don't know.
Yes.
The two giants collide on the outside, brawling with heavy rights and lefts until Kwon Soo catches Truck with a snap overhead belly suplex onto the floor, taking the big man out of the equation. Inside the ring, TC Adams is frantic, realizing that he's suddenly all alone, and he turns right into a super kick from Chase Havoc that dazes him as TC stumbles back. Reggie Walker springs off from the second rope, slipping behind the champion, hooking his legs for a deep schoolboy roll-up. The referee counts on the mat. 1, 2, 3. Your winner, Reckless Intent. The Redeemed are in total disarray. Dump Truck is down on the outside while TC sits in the center of the ring, clutching his head in disbelief. Reckless Intent scrambles out of the ring to celebrate their second miracle win in a row as the Korean werewolf stares down a defeated TC Adams from the ramp. What? Kwon Soo, you pathetic.
It sounds like y'all got some beef that y'all need to work out.
I don't need anything from Kwon Soo. What the problem here is now Chase Havoc and Reggie Walker both won against me. Two jobbers in our locker room have pinfall victories over me, all because of Kwon Soo.
Well, you know, and for Chase Havoc, this makes what, two now? Or were they back to back?
Didn't pin me twice. He pinned me once. I'm still not over it. You know what? I'm going to settle this. I'm going to do it right now, right here for the next show. All right? You ready?
Are you ready?
All right. This is what's going to happen in the next show, okay? Reckless Intent, you think you guys are a team? You guys think that you can get the one up on your Redeemer, TC Adams, your reigning, defending, undisputed, uncrowned champion? You want a shot, boys? You want a shot at this? You want a chance to make a name for yourself? I got a solution. Brother Ambrose, you ready for this?
Let's hear it.
I want Chase Havoc versus Reggie Walker. Winner gets a shot at the green ticket title at the pay-per-view. You know what? I'll make things even sweeter. I will be the special guest referee for that match.
Ooh, I am curious to hear their take on that, because that is an interesting match if it comes to fruition.
It will come to fruition because I don't trust either of them in my life anymore either. And I want to see them, a tag team, when singles gold is at stake, who is going to betray who? That's all. Kwon Soo is, oh my gosh. I have
it's
one.
Like Jack Frost got some of your DNA, sent it into Ancestry, and yeah, it looks like he found out that Kwon Soo is indeed your daddy.
Kwon Soo is not my daddy, okay? Not my daddy. All right, listen. He better not be here. Okay? Because if he shows up in this location, it spells trouble for him. All right? Spells trouble. After that last there's oh my gosh. Go find your corner and smoke your menthols, okay? Jeez, bro. Can't stand it.
He does make a valid point.
Why are you so obsessed with me? Okay? Why are you?
Who has some thoughts?
Why are you? Oh, yes, Gully, you won your match. We all appreciate. Blah blah blah. Okay. Yep. Mm-hmm. I love you, brother, but I'm in mourning right now. Okay? Come on. Have respect for me, Gully. Okay? Can we agree? All right. Oh, look at this. Our man Beast Mode is
ready.
He is warming up in the locker room because he's in the next match. And the next match is just as important, right? Because the next match is for the #1 contendership to the Queen's World Heavyweight Championship, with the winner of this match gaining a match for that title at Breaking Point, the very next pay-per-view that's coming at you live in another couple of weeks. Who is going to come out on top of this match?
Well, it only makes sense for me because JC Renegade, God knows what's going on in that kid's head. Beast Mode, look, man, you're doing great stuff. I don't think you want that smoke within your own household. And Craig Harris, I just don't even know what's going on with you, man. You've lost your briefcase. You seem to have lost your mojo. I don't know what's happening. And so really, although I understand, I personally probably don't deserve to be in this match either. I've not been doing too hot in the ring lately, but I can recognize that about myself. And so these past week or so, I've been intentional about my training, and I am looking forward to facing the Queen one-on-one for that heavyweight championship.
All right. Well, listen, Gully, I love you, brother. I love you from the depths of my heart. I'm sorry I snapped at you for a little bit. I'm a little irritated. A lot's going on. Forgive me, brother. Let's put those hands up together. Okay. All right. And here we go. Right before final thoughts before his match. There he goes, thinking he knows what he would. All right. Here we go. The match starts. The bell rings. The atmosphere is electric as the bell goes to the ding, ding, ding. Beast Mode and Craig Harris immediately lock up in the center of the ring, but the story is in the corner. Jenny C. Renegade isn't even in a wrestling stance. He's clutching his temples, pacing frantically. Brother Ambrose approaches him with a palm open, trying to talk him down, but Renegade shoves him away, screaming at the air. Harris catches Beast Mode with a snap suplex and then turns his attention to the distracted Renegade, tossing him over the top rope to the floor. Ambrose takes advantage of an opening, hitting the fury of strikes on Harris, followed by a diving crossbody for a 2 count. Beast Mode recovers and showcases his power, catching both Ambrose and Harris in a double clothesline that levels the ring. Outside of the ring, the sirens start to take over. Renegade is seen rocking back and forth against the barricade. Inside, the match becomes chaotic, a 3-way battle for dominance. Beast Mode sets up for a powerbomb on Harris, but Ambrose interrupts with a missile dropkick from the top turnbuckle. Harris rolls into an apron and hits a slingshot clothesline on Beast Mode. He goes for the cover, the 1, the 2, but Renegade suddenly slides back into the ring and breaks up in desperation with a wild stomp. Renegade stops mid-offense when he collapses to his knees, clutching his head as if the sirens are unbearable for him to understand. Seeing his opponent in mental agony, Brother Ambrose stops his attack, kneels in front of Renegade, putting his hand on his shoulders and whispering, "Peace, brother. Let the light in. Peace, brother. Let the light in. Ambrose is so focused on saving Renegade's soul that he forgets the other two men. Craig Harris strikes like a viper, grabbing Ambrose from behind and spiking him to the canvas for the reverse DDT. Harris stands up, but he walks straight into the danger zone. Beast Mode is already mid-sprint, and he launches his body through the air, connecting with the only knee that matters with a thunderous running knee flush to Craig Harris's jaw. Beast Mode hooks the leg for the 1, the 2, the 3. Your winner and new number 1 contender to the World Heavyweight Championship, Beast Mode. As Beast Mode music's hit, he exits the ring to celebrate on the ramp, and the camera stays on the ring where the scene turns dark. Before we get there,
I'll be honest. I don't think JC looked good in this match. And his wrestling aside, something is going on with the kid. Something's going on with the boy. And I worry about him. And he needs help. And I don't know what exactly our health insurance looks like for each and every one of us. But Smoky Mountain, we've got to cover something for this kid to get him the help that he needs. The boy's going to burst.
We're not worried about the boy right now, but we need to congratulate Beast Mode taking on his wife for the World Heavyweight Championship.
I will admit that maybe I made a mistake. Maybe I focused too much on trying to help the needy, and I should have been focusing on taking care of the greedy. But you know what? It'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see Beast Mode in the Queen. And
it should be
as much as it should be me, I'll look forward to that match.
You know who else will look forward to that match? Right here. Your uncrowned World Heavyweight Champion. That's who else is going to look forward to that match. But as the B says right here, the title will soon be on the correct shoulder in this household.
Ooh, somebody's sleeping on the couch tonight.
Well, there was more that happened after this matchup, though.
Oh.
JC Renegade stands up with his eyes glazed over. He looks at the commentary table and loses it. He flips the table, tossing monitors at the announcers and chasing the bell keeper away with a steer chair. Brother Ambrose, groggy from the reverse DDT, reaches out to Renegade one more time and says, JC, stop. This isn't you. Renegade doesn't use a weapon. He grabs Ambrose by his habit and delivers a sickening headbutt. Oh. Ambrose staggers. Renegade grabs him again with another boom headbutt, dropping Ambrose. Renegade pins Ambrose against the ring post to deliver a final violent succession of headbutts until blood begins to pour out of Ambrose's face. Security finally swarms the ring, pulling a screaming Renegade away. The camera cuts to the top of the ramp, and Beast Mode is standing there, cold, focused, but pointing his wrist in the ring, signaling the time is running out for the champion.
And so I know this was a couple nights ago, but I don't know if you can see, my head is still bruised from where JC attacked me.
See that?
I'm trying to help the kid, and I don't know what's going on with him.
Hey, looks like you got something to worry about too. Even though I'm not worried. You're worried. I'm not worried. I'm far from being worried about Quan CPU. That guy's a lunatic, okay?
But this does set up for relatively soon an interesting match between the Queen Alexia Payne and Beast Mode.
Interesting that you say that, because it may be the Queen Alexia Payne, or it might be her opponent from tonight in a lumberjack match. Brandon Buck, the franchise, returns to the ring as he gets a one-on-one match with the Queen Alexia Payne for the world title.
That is true. And Queen Brandon Buck, I apologize. My head is still a little rattled from that hit those consistent headbutts. And so I apologize that I forgot your match was even happening tonight. So please forgive me.
You know what I even forgot? I forgot Brandon even existed in this company. So why does he deserve a world heavyweight title match on this show? Why? But you know what? I respect it. He's a veteran. He's led the way for countless people. The Queen wanted to test herself, even though it's whatever. Oh, hold on. One last message from JC Renegade to you. You ready?
I am. Sometimes we don't want to accept the help that we need.
You're in trouble, brother. Be careful.
Okay.
This final matchup, the main event of the night in a lumberjack match. The arena goes pitch black. A single blood red spotlight cuts through the dark, finding the entrance ramp. The following contest is a lumberjack match for the Smoky Mountain Wrestling Heavyweight Championship of the World. Introducing first the challenger, weighing in at 225 pounds. He is the franchise Brandon Buck. Red and black pyrotechnics roar to life, and the wall of fire sparks illuminating from the stage. We're getting a whole entrance from Brandon Buck as he sprints out, fueled by pure adrenaline. He slides into the ring, hits a backflip, and the crowd explores Buck, 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 Buck. They're not saying anything else, though, okay? They're saying Buck, Buck, not anything else, okay? Keep your mind out of the gutter. All right. He paces the ring like a caged animal in his red and black gear, plays into the darkness. Then the music stops. Silence hangs over the tens of thousands of fans for a long, heavy moment. Then a single golden beam of light, very dramatic, hits the very top of the stage. A choir begins a haunting operic chant. Slowly, the entranceway begins to glow in a shimmering gold. Ian Murphy steps out first, and he doesn't walk. He struts to the edge of the stage and signals to the heaven. On cue, a massive golden throne begins to descend from the rafters, shrouded in a thick theatrical fog. Seated upon the throne is the Queen, Alexia Payne, and she is dripped in 15-foot-long gold sequined cape that flows over the edge of the platform. Her golden armor-plated gear catches every light in the building, making her look like a living statue. Queen, is this what you're spending your money on? This is ridiculous.
I mean, the lady's got style.
She holds the World Heavyweight Championship across her lap. Her expression of one regal is untouchable and calm. The throne touches the ground. David Hill, Casey Luchador, Reggie Walker, Chase Havoc all step forward, momentarily mesmerized by the spectacle. Murphy unfastens the cape and the Queen stands. She walks down the ramp with a slow rhythmic power and the gold glitter on the floor swirling in her wake. She reaches the ring and leaps onto the apron with the grace of a cat, stepping through the ropes as Murphy holds them open. Bowing so low, his forehead nearly touches the canvas. She raises the gold high, and the arena lighting shifts into a blinding warm amber.
That's an entrance.
Oh my gosh, it's so gross. Ugh. Waste. You know why we can't pay the electric bill? It's because of the Queen. Look at that entrance. Look at that entrance. It's because of the Queen. We can't pay the electric bill. Buck doesn't wait, though. He uses his speed to snap off 3 lightning-fast knife-edge chops. The Queen absorbs the strikes, her golden gear clinking the impact. She grabs Buck by the throat, hoisting him up with one hand, boy, goodness, and tosses him over the top rope with a terrifying strength. Dump truck and Gully Guns descend to the ring. They begin a heavy assault on Buck's ribs. The Queen, leans over the ropes, shouting for a fair fight. They ignore her. Bubba Killings and Alan Cutter lead a counter charge, sparking a massive brawl on the floor amidst the chaos. David Hill and Casey Luchador lift Buck and roll him back into the ring to ensure the match continues fairly, even though he was beaten down. The Queen provides the Queen proves she is more than just power. As Buck staggers to his feet, she scales the turnbuckle to perform a springboard moonsault. Her gold gear flashes like a meteor. The ref counts 1, 2, but Buck kicks out. The Queen locks in a standing surfboard stretch. Buck screams in pain, but uses the momentum to flip forward, trapping Queen in a pinning predicament for the 1, 2. No! The Queen powers out, sending Buck halfway across the ring. Buck rallies, hitting a signature flying forearm and a textbook kick up, very reminiscent to Shawn Michaels, his idol. Shawn Michaels, he kicks up. He climbs the turnbuckle for a diving elbow drop, and bang! He hooks the leg. 1, 2. No! The Queen powers out with such force that Buck is thrown across the ring. The match breaks down as the Queen is knocked to the outside. A group of the lumberjacks stand their ground, but the Redeemed try to swarm inside the ring. Buck goes for the sweet chin music, but the Queen ducks. She grabs him for a Samoan drop, but Buck slides down her back. Super kick. Buck connects. He collapses on top of her for the 1, the 2. No! Dump truck pulls the referee out of the ring. A riot breaks out. Reggie Walker and Chase Havoc dive over the top rope into the sea of wrestlers in confusion. TC Adams climbs the apron, and he is clutching the green ticket title over his shoulders. He stares down the Queen, looking at his title. He's going to cash in. As TC Adams signals to the timekeeper, a howl echoes over the PA system. Out from the crowd leaps Kwon Soo, the Korean werewolf. He has a thick, heavy chains wrapped around his fists and draped over his shoulders. The sound of the chains clanking against the ring post like a death knell. Kwon Soo swings the length of the chain, lashing at the green ticket champion right out of TC Adams' hands. The heavy metal clatters against the floor. The Redeemed, Adams' guns, and truck turn and bolt out of pure terror. Kwon Soo stalks after them, the chains dragging on the concrete with terrifying shing, shing, shing sounds as he chases them through the curtain. The ring is cleared. Buck and the Queen crawl towards each other. Buck turns up the band in the corner and charges sweet chin music. No! The Queen catches his foot, spins him around, leaps into the air, and she wraps her legs around her neck with "off with your head" with a head scissors DDT that drives Buck's skull into the canvas as the Queen crawls over, draping the royal arm across the challenger for the 1, the 2, the 3, your winner, and still the world heavyweight champion, the Queen, Alexia Payne. The Queen stays on the mat for just a moment, gasping for air. Ian Murphy slides into the ring with the world title, but she ignores him. She looks at Brandon Buck, who is struggling to breathe. His franchise dreams falling short again tonight. The Queen reaches down and offers her hand. Buck takes it. She pulls him up. They stand center of the ring. Two of the greatest athletes in the world raise each other's arms, and the crowd is going wild on their feet, showing respect, clapping for them both. Buck leaves the ring to the fans to cheer, letting the Queen have her moment in the golden light. But as the camera pans back, we see Beast Mode in the luxury box, watching his wife, celebrate as we go to black.
What a show of respect between these two. That is not an easy match, to be in a lumberjack match, but to still have that much respect for one another. It really shows you just how good of an athlete both of these two are. The veteran Brandon Buck and our world heavyweight champion, the Queen Alexia Payne.
Listen, he done well. I respect Brandon Buck. We've gone to war with each other. I respect him. You won't hear me say that about a lot of people, but I do respect him, and his efforts were noteworthy and great. but the queen has a lot going for her. She's got a massive target on her back, and we don't know. I know who is going to take that title off of her. It's going to be
Beast mode.
me.
Oh.
Me. It's going to be me. I am the All right. I got to go see what's going on.
Lorenzo, do some fundraising, maybe cut some bigger checks. I don't know what's going on here. The fact that he keeps losing his power, the fact that this was happening last week.
What's wrong?
You,
God got your tongue.
what are you doing there?
Show's over.
I guess we're done.
What? Why is it dark in here? I gotta go. I gotta go. I got it.